Hi friends, Carissa Kurowski here, and I just finished my first week of LPN school, so I thought I would do a video. It is pretty unlikely that I'm going to be editing these because I'm not completely crazy. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even be doing videos during nursing school because I am not the most energetic and functional person on the planet. I think I do pretty good work professionally, but at home I struggle a little bit, to be honest. So my impressions of nursing school after only 1 week into the program is that it's not that bad. JK, that's a lie. There's a reason everyone says it's hard, and it's because there is a lot of material to cover. I'm glad that I've previously been through college because I feel like it's prepared me a little bit better, but at the same time, being a little bit older, I definitely have noticed some differences. Like I've never been a good focuser or studier. It's always been difficult for me. I've had to do it more than I feel like my peers did to get decent grades. And now I feel like it's even harder. I don't know if it's just that I'm more tired being a parent or being older or what, but I've struggled with focusing on my readings and retaining information as well as I feel like I used to be able to. I could just be remembering it wrong, but that's just kind of what I've noticed. An unexpected tip that I'm going to share with you is get your vision checked before school. So I just got these glasses replaced probably a few weeks ago, and I feel like I need new lenses because I have always used those UV blue light filter. You know, the ones where it shows that they're purple when you look at them, there's purple reflection. I've had that for years, and changing my career into being a CNA, I was like, oh, I won't be around screens very much, it'll be no big deal. Well, now being back in school, I feel like that was not a good choice. So I feel like I might have to get the lenses replaced again with that light protection film on there, just because, I don't know, I feel like I'm struggling a little bit just to see the pages and focus on things. So get your vision checked. Definitely get all your doctor appointments out of the way. That's why I did this carpal tunnel surgery before school, and I'm gonna post a few videos on that. If you're interested, check it out. So anyway, super excited to be going into nursing. And I know this is a little backwards, but in case you don't know anything about me, I'll just give you a try to make it brief history of who I am and what I'm doing. So I decided to go to nursing school because I was thinking about my career and things just weren't really matching up for me. Like I didn't see a good future where I was going. So I've worked in a lot of different things with human services, teen pregnancy prevention, truancy, worked for the county doing stuff with juvenile justice. I worked for Job Corps as an admissions counselor, and then a couple of other different things here and there. And the path I saw for myself was get my MSW. So I actually did apply and was accepted to an MSW program, and I realized didn't want to do anything with social work, didn't want to be a counselor, didn't want to be a social worker, so I decided that wasn't a good fit for me. And I just kept thinking about nursing. I was like, that would be such a cool career if I was interested in it. And I always just kind of brushed it aside and thought, oh, I could never be a nurse. I don't like I get queasy thinking about the blood and guts and all that stuff, and just always brushed it off. But it kept coming up. And finally I was like, you know what? Maybe my intuition or whatever is trying to tell me something. So I did some research into it, talked to a friend who is a nurse, talked to my mother-in-law who is a nurse, and a few other people to just kind of get a feel for it. And after those conversations, realized maybe it would be a fantastic career for myself. So long story short, decided to do that, and here I am. So excited. I had a lot of encouragement. I really didn't do CNA for a long time, so it was only 3 months. I do think it was a great experience, but don't think I'm amazing because I was a CNA. But it was really cool because this is hard for me to admit. I don't like tooting my own horn, but I'm just gonna share it. My patients liked me a lot. It's hard for me to say that. But they told me that they liked me a lot. They were really sad to see me go. And a few of them told me that I was going to be a great nurse. So the reason I'm sharing that is because it was really encouraging to me that this is the right path. And I'm going forward with something that I'm going to be talented at and really enjoy in the long term. So my long-term path is to become a nurse practitioner. There's still a lot of stuff in between that I'm not sure what's going to happen. But eventually I hope to have my own clinic and maybe do something like a nurse health coach. I was very inspired by a nurse practitioner who helped me, greatly helped me in curing myself of depression. So that is kind of the long-term vision I have for this. In between, I don't know, we'll see. Now, the reason I picked the LPN program, there's several. One of the big things was cost. We are, that is, me and my husband, are trying to become, not trying, we are going to be debt-free in about under a year. So it was really important that I had a program that we could save up for and just pay for. And LPN, generally technical colleges have a lower expense. So that's one of the reasons I picked that. I'm going into it completely, everything paid for. The tuition, books, it's all paid for already. And that is such a good feeling. I didn't think that was possible even a year ago. And we do still have other debts we're paying off, but going forward, we made a commitment that we're never going to be in debt again. So one reason for the LPN. Another reason I picked the LPN program is I am 30. I know that's not, I mean, some perspectives might be that's a little old to start your career, and others might be like, oh, that's nothing. But for me, I wanted to make sure that it was a good fit for a career. So LPN is the fastest entry you can get into becoming a licensed nurse. So it made sense to me to spend those 8 months and just get in there as quick as possible so I can start a nursing career. That way I can gain experience. If we're able to save enough to start the RN program right away, then I can still get experience as a nurse while I'm going through the second step in nursing school. So to me, it made sense. There are a lot of naysayers about becoming an LPN. A bunch of people will be like, don't do that. Nobody is an LPN anymore and nobody hires LPNs. You might as well get your BSN, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing what is working for me and my family. The other thing is that you can't do LPN or your first year of nursing school really online. There are so many hands-on things you have to learn that you really do have to be in the classroom a lot. And there just weren't any options that I could find anyway to do this sort of thing online. So for me, it was like, let's just get that 8 months out of the way. And then from there, I can continue my education mostly in an online format and work. So to me, this makes sense. A lot of people don't agree with it, but whatever, you do you, right? That's my motto. That's a lot of people. This should be a lot of people's mottos. Trying to think if I had any other reasons to do the LPN program. I guess those were the two big ones. So expense and just making sure that it's the right choice and that I could continue the online education. So that's what made sense for me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip back again because I'm not gonna edit this video. So I'm really sorry, but I'm also just gonna share a little bit more background because I totally forgot I was gonna say a little bit more about where I'm coming from. So I shared with you kind of my reasoning for going into nursing. A little bit more about me is that I did struggle with several mental health issues for about 15 years. The biggest one of those was depression. I have a whole other YouTube channel that I have devoted to discussing overall well-being with a focus on mental health, because I wanted to share my experience and give help for other people going through maybe what I've gone through. I was silent about these issues for a long time, and then just decided I needed to share it. And if we're going to end, people always say there's a stigma of mental health. Well, if we're going to end that, then somebody's got to start standing up and talking about it. So I decided to do that. So if you're interested, a whole other channel devoted to that kind of thing. And that, I mean, everything that I've gone through up to this point has, of course, created who I am. So when I turned 30, I never cared that much about age. And I never thought I would have that, like, you know, you turn 30 and you're like, oh my God, I always thought that was stupid. But I totally had it. I turned 30 and I was just looking at everything and I was like, I can't live like this anymore. I can't live my whole life miserable and just not wanting to get up in the morning and all of the many struggles that you go through. So I worked really, really hard at finding nutritional solutions to help me out, to put into practice everything that I had learned over the years. Again, I talk about a lot of things in my other channel, if you're interested. So that's just kind of what has really launched me into all of these decisions. What else might be helpful for you? I am a mom. I only have one kid, but she's 3, so definitely requires a lot of attention. I'm finding with school, it's really difficult. I'm not saying that it's not difficult for parents with older kids or no kid or people with no kids, whatever. But with a younger kid, from what I'm seeing, it's really difficult to study because you can't just leave them in the other room and tell them to hang out. I mean, you can, right? But usually they need stuff. They're hungry and then they have to pee and then they want to go outside and then they're crying and whining and it's not a good atmosphere for studying. So it's kind of difficult. I am also married. I live in Utah. I'm from Colorado. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I got half of an MBA. That was another program I decided, why do I want an MBA? I wasn't going into business. And that's kind of the basics. This video is getting a little long, so I'll probably cut it off there. But anyway, I hope this kind of shows you a little bit about who I am, why I've started the route of nursing into LPN, and what the future looks like. So in this channel, I hope to just kind of share my experiences. I know there's tons of awesome nursing channels out there, and I definitely can't hope to compare to any of them. But who knows? Maybe there's something unique that I have to offer that might speak to somebody. So I'm just going to share my experiences coming from the background I have, going to a technical school for an LPN. So there's that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.